I love the coconut cannon. He's an instant classic. I'd be lying if I said I brought him in outside of the pirate seas. C tier.
Ooh, okay, first major disagreement there. Alright guys, welcome to another Plants vs Zombies 2 tier list reaction. This one was suggested in my Discord server, which you can join following the link in the description. It is the one by Jake Miller where he ranks every Plants vs Zombies 2 ... plant. I don't know what the ellipses are doing there, but hey. So this guy seems to be quite an up and coming YouTuber, does tier lists on like lots of different games. Pretty good content from what I've seen. I first came across him from his tier list of every Plants vs Zombies game. And he put Plants vs Zombies 3 in the same tier as Garden Warfare 1.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
So yeah, time to get set up. I literally just got these Skull Candy earbuds, not sponsored by the way or anything like that. That one's flashing for some reason. I was trying to set them up on my PC. I was able to do it earlier but couldn't hear, so we're going to have to go to the old traditional headphones. So here we are on the screen. First of all, it's quite long, but it's like half the length of VidiVid, so that shouldn't be too bad then. Pretty good like to dislike ratio, so of course we've got to trust other people's opinions on this thing, right?
Plants vs Zombies 2 is drastically different from the first game due to its much faster pace, incentive to play every day, and of course the
incentive to play every day, yeah, that's right.
And today we become herbivores. This is ranking every Plants vs Zombies 2.
Okay, this background I'm guessing is just for that, because otherwise Kiwi Beast in between S and B. I know I did a video helping him out, but come on now.
Sadly, this one actually is a bit of clickbait. Sorry guys. We'll be skipping over the plants from the original game for now.
Oh, what?
If people genuinely want me to, I'll come back to them. I've chosen about 20 of the brand new plants and 10 random premium plants I've collected.
Oh, okay, so what I've gathered is not in order, then Andy's skipping all the ones from Plants vs Zombies 1. He did hear this on that though as well, didn't he? Maybe I'll react to that. Let's see how well this one does, eh? Also, another reason why I'm doing this is because I've hit 23k subs, and I said a while ago, and I'm sticking by this, 24k, my Plants vs Zombies 2 tier list, and I promise I'll actually do all of them I say, which will be the adventure ones.
I've been playing this game since the beginning of June, and I think you'll be pretty dang impressed with this collection. You're jealous, it's understandable.
Yeah, not really. You can literally just hack to get it if you want Android or an emulator.
$5 real in the store. Guys, if only people could become a member of the channel or Patreon. It's okay. I know you're all poor too. We can be poor together.
At least it's not a sponsor.
The important thing is, and our invitations for today include the Bloomerang, Iceberg,
Lettuce, Blanc Joy, Snapdragon, Power Lily.
So it's mostly new plants.
Citron, EM Peach, Infinite, Magnifying Grass,
okay, yeah, that makes sense then, because all the 5 future ones set below were new.
Bulb. The last thing I want to say is that I've randomly upgraded some of my plants. I'm a normie loser, I know. But I'll try my best to take it into account, and I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much.
Yeah, it should be fine. I think it's fine to use leveling when ranking plants like this. Don't let the gatekeepers tell you otherwise. Right, first up, Bloomerang. This cursor visible on there.
He's such an iconic and recognizable plant, but he's nowhere near the most iconic new plant in the sequel. Regardless, he's the first.
I would argue he was one of them at the time, to be honest.
If you were confused by the name, no worries. The PVZ wiki is here to help. Oh. I don't get it. I don't speak Australian. These little boomerang-shaped petals are thrown at zombies renders the pea shooter useless. Something else we now must take into account for every plant is their plant food ability. Plant food is a little power-up that lets each plant go sicko.
Yeah, that's where Bloomerang falls behind pea shooter. I've never thought his plant food was that good.
Killings are going to be bad for the Bloomerang, so he can't be at the top. Let's
and I just said Bloomerang. Yeah, I'd say that's reasonable. But I think he's improved now. You don't get laser beam until later, since you have to do the worlds in order.
For everyone who dearly misses the ice room from the first game, well, there's a reason they haven't added it yet. Not only can you now choose.
Oh well, they're adding him, so you know.
Friend. But enough about that stupid.
Wait, hold on. Let me check that gravestone. Is that a reference to Madagascar 2? If so, fair play. I've still got the DS game of that.
Iceberg lettuce is great, and anyone who can stop those stupid torch zombies is a winner in my book. A tier.
Would I agree with A tier? I think I probably would, even if you know that I think Stunion's a lot better.
I'd imagine this will be my
please
first real controversial plant today. I don't think anyone is out there putting Bok Choy in S, and I understand why.
I'd put him in A just for the upgrade over him.
They're just better versions of him, like the Wasabi Whip, for example. And overall, he just doesn't look that great. But he's my boy. I bring him everywhere I go. Boss fights are brief.
Yeah, same still.
His food ability takes out weakened Gargantuars. He punches like crazy, and he don't ever stop.
I've gone level quite high, and he's stupidly good at that point.
Myself, but he's my boy, okay? Deal with it. S tier.
Oh, here we go.
Just like
Okay, so that tells me this is something not exactly a serious list and like Viddy's vids, for example.
His fire breath hits the 3 lanes in front of him, but with a super short range. His plant food ability is awesome though. He gets to fly and everything. Snapdragon's sort of in a similar position to Bok Choy, where there's now much better versions of it, like the freaking cold Snapdragon. It's just superior in every way.
Except being premium, so
to an A tier.
That's reasonable. Looks weird there. It looks like it's 2 plants of 1 just under them.
And yes, I'm freaking broke because I had to buy it. I'm so fun.
It is an almanac order.
Food whenever I desire. It's a great thing to have, but at the same time, it is visually and practically pretty boring. Like, we went from a literal fire-breathing dragon to
I'm not sure where I'd rank this among the premium plants, like the outright money ones. Probably pretty low though, you get so much plant food nowadays, feels irrelevant.
It is so cute seeing the
yeah, I can't say I disagree with that. This has been a good ranking so far.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I love the coconut cannon. He's an instant classic. But I'd be lying if I said I brought him in outside of the pirate seas. Sorry, buddy. C tier.
Ooh, okay, first major disagreement there. I'm not sure where I'd put my... I think I'd put him in at least... I think B's fair enough, actually. I'd argue Banana Launch is kind of an upgrade. I much prefer Coconut Cannon, though, personally.
You might want to plug your ears for a second. What the freak am I supposed to do with you? Great, you send a zombie back a few feet,
here we
then
go.
you just sleep? Actually, sleep is too generous of a word. You're practically hibernating, Spring Bean. More like Bing Chiling, am I right? F tier. Speaking of beans, here's the chili bean. Bean. He's our first new plant in the Wild
Hopefully
West,
he puts some height.
He makes zombies fart. Whoa. Believe this guy. Now, as funny and hilarious. And
I thought I was going to show the piano zombie squashing it then, like it could in the early days. You could actually insta-kill piano zombies with it for some reason.
Plus, his plant food ability is to have sex and make, twinsies. If Gargantuars
well, this video just got demonetized.
Pianos could eat, if torch guys could eat, if everyone
we
could
actually
eat,
said pianos can eat them then. Well, Tom's going in the comments go,
Well, actually, piano zombie could eat them back in the day.
But not everyone eats, so B it is.
I'd go a tier up, but I think B is fair enough. Oh, here we go.
Mow down the chickens and weasels are a bonus in my book. The lightning reed is
100% agree there.
Regardless, I really love the design of the lightning reed. There are no improvements to be made. It's perfect. The poor little guy isn't much of a damage dealer, but that's
not
okay.
really. He still looks too
Stormcloud
small.
Plant food power doesn't always go where you need it to, but that's okay. He's gonna go in B, and you know what? That's okay.
Yes, there we go. That's a fair enough lightning reed ranking. I think 660NJ put him a tier lower, but yeah. Can't wait for the comments to go off on this one.
I have to say, the concept is genius, and is by far one of the most unique plants in the first few worlds of this game. You start out with a single pea shooter, and you can keep adding until the 5th.
Yeah.
And yeah, even the plant food power is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, plant food is really cool.
Pea shooter head, wasting your time trying to get those pea shooters all the way up to 5 peas is pointless. And if it gets eaten, you're back to square one.
Fanier shows it in Gargantua level, which is obviously picks the plants for you. C tier, actually that makes sense. I don't really use it outside of Wild West. I've started trying to use it a lot more lately though.
I made the decision to follow the Almanac, not the Order of Worlds, so that means we're moving all the way up
okay, we're doing it in the old world order then. That is a good choice.
It doesn't really matter. That just means we get to talk about
okay, yeah, shut up.
Got to be one of the most uninspired designs. Just a bean with an antenna?
Don't mind it. I remember thinking it's going to be like chili bean at first though, so plants get really close.
Just one hit is pretty freaking nice. I also love how insane he looks during the plant food power. Can't deny how useful you can be, so let's stick him in B.
Well, okay, that is a massive robbery. Laser bean should be in at least A. I would put him in S. Like a plant that can cut through the entire lane. Bring it on. Absolutely demolishes groups. Plant food is pretty busted. I mean, maybe he's a little too expensive, but it's 200 sun ain't really hard to get. Yeah, poor choice that.
But was he always so cool? Well, from a design standpoint, he's a little harder to look at here. But I gotta admit, his little baby form is pretty dang cute. His big old electric plant food balls are almost as electric as my own. In the end, I feel like he's just a less effective version of the Coconut Cannon, and despite the cheaper price, I think it's gonna even out to a C as well.
Okay, Citron should be in at least a tier below Coconut Cannon. I'll probably go Citron D, Coconut B. Well, I don't want to give away too much, actually, if I'm going to do my own one soon. I'll probably have more tiers than this, though.
Now, I truthfully do not hate the EM Peach. Why should I? Those mech zombies can be really frustrating. So
yeah, this one I started liking a lot more when Arena was added.
Yeah,
just because there's so many machines in those.
Really but yeah, I'd imagine most people have forgotten about this thing by now. Not F, but a very low D tier.
I'd put it high, but yeah.
Nut sounds like what I'm going to do after looking at fan art of Solar Flare, but it's actually just
Jesus
the newest
Christ.
advancement in walnut technology. It may have half the health of a normal walnut, but it respawns as long as its projector is there. To me, I'd rather just bring in a walnut because I probably don't need it to respawn. So with that,
Yes,
I'm putting
exactly.
it in F. Just kidding. I totally got all the PVZ nerds out there, didn't I? Admit it. I failed to mention the best part of the Infinite, and that is
Plant
the plant
food.
food power. He creates a full barrier across the entire screen. Think that's good? Make like 5 Infinites and you have 5 barriers. This is insane.
You know what? I never actually thought about that, like just having 5 ones in different lanes. I mean, granted, it takes up a lot of space, so you might as well just do the one, but yeah.
Insanely overpowered, and Infinite looks crazy cool, so he has got to be my next S tier plant.
Yeah, no. The thing is, first opinion was actually more accurate. Kidding! Lack of health compared to Walnut massively drops them down for me, especially when I'm using it with the plants. Like, Bongshaw and Infinite nowhere near as good as Bongshaw and Walnut, and I'm not just saying that because they're aligned on here. Also, I'm of the belief that plant food can't, like, automatically elevate a plant. So yeah, I'd put them definitely lower than that.
More like magnifying ass, am I right?
Oh
no, I'm wrong! Sometimes I see magnifying grass at the top of people's list, and other times he's like all the way down at the bottom. I'm a little scared by that.
people's up
And that's
at the
mostly because
bottom.
I don't really know why people would put it at S. I know it uses sun.
Yeah,
as
I
the
guess
timer.
just watch 660
Sun,
Engine,
you
you'll
can
see what I
pretty quickly
mean.
Run out of sun and be screwed. I just find it hard to do well with this guy, and I know there are safer options out there than this. However, I do remember getting stuck on a big white beach level, and looking up a guide on how to beat it, all I saw was this magnifying grass strategy. It still
Yeah,
took me
okay
a while
then.
to try to get through it for that level.
Yeah, I
but
definitely
it was
wouldn't put
pretty
magnifying
impressive.
glass in S tier.
I
I
found the
think it's
magnifying
kind of
glass insanely
overrated.
hard to use,
I'd
and to
probably
know
have it
when
in
to use,
A at
but it
most.
looks cool.
Most
Some
because it
people
sucks in
really
the
like
other
it.
game
So for now,
modes.
I'll put it in the lower half at C tier.
Oh,
It can change in
okay.
the future if I
That
need
is going to be a hot take.
Ready for another crazy concept? You can place these tiles to share plant food
Right,
power
right at the
with any
bottom,
plant
please.
using the tile turnip.
Okay, well,
The
not when
first
you
one is
factor in
free,
leveling and
then it
arena,
gets
but
much more
yeah.
expensive. But you could totally just place one on a sunflower and start generating some crazy sun crazy early. I think the biggest
I mean,
advantage
that's
is being
true.
able to choose any tile, and sure, the tile turnip looks a little goofy, but let's not hold that against him. It's kind of endearing in a way. I love the concept.
What the f*** these images, mate?
Truthfully, it takes total talent to trespass at the tippity top of the tier list. But the trusty intrepid tile turnip takes tremendous temper tantrums unless I totally toss him in tape here.
This guy's going for my alliteration shtick. All A tier? Yeah, don't think so.
Which is why somebody was left out, and why there are only
Oh, so it's
2
only going to be
plants in this
Sunbeam
section.
then?
Let's start out by looking at this thing. What are you so smug for? God, I hate it already. Stupid bald-headed free, and it wants to get eaten? Okay.
Yeah,
that's
never like how it
cool.
looks like a happy
I do
emoji.
appreciate having another way to earn sun, but I have never brought in the sunbeam over regular sunflower. Zombie has to
Yeah, I
take
sort of
damage
get
to
it's like
earn
the
sun.
first
And most
secondary
of the
sun
zombies don't
producer,
have the
but
kind of
yeah,
power
it's not
to use.
very good.
I am not a
So-
fan. And he still looks smug about it. That's it. You me off for the last time. F tier.
Yeah, can't say I
What
disagree
did
with
I
that.
just say about legumes? At least it
Oh
didn't
yeah,
tell a
I
damn
obviously
bean
fact
this
from the
time.
premiums.
But would
Actually, I
much
can
rather
sort of
bring
say
in
when
a
I'm going to
good
put the
damage dealer and a good
premiums and
defense
stuff
plan
now,
than
since
bring
like I
in
said, I'm
a
only going to be doing the
I
adventure
definitely
one.
don't hate it, but I'm
When
also
I get
not willing to go
24k
higher than
subs.
D tier.
If I get
Sorry.
24k subs.
I like
D
the
tier,
challenging
yeah,
games,
more or
but
less.
sometimes Big Wave Beach is just too much for me. These new plants are kind of unhelpful for it too, which is weird. Probably the most helpful one would have to be the bowling bulb though. Or at least that's what I've heard. I've always kind of hated the bowling bulb. I felt
Yeah,
I had to
bowling
get
bulb
some lucky
sucks, like
bounces for it to be
upgrades.
worth bringing in. But only after getting it to a high level, but hey, if people think he's one of the best plants, then I won't argue. It's a fun idea, and the Doug
Yeah,
tree
I'll
looking
agree with
design
that.
is
Like,
great, too.
since he's
I
that
personally
bad as
do
base
not
level,
like
he
using
shouldn't be very
comments
high
I'm
up.
gonna get for this, but D tier.
Oh, D tier. I thought you said B then.
Or cattail has sort of been replaced by the homing thistle, but there are some differences to discuss. It can still shoot any zombie on screen, but it fires less shots and deals more damage. Apparently, at one point the homing thistle always targeted the zombie closest to your home, which would be pretty fitting considering the name, but now it's not so accurate. Thanks for nerfing a plant people paid real money for.
Right, wait, they
Very
actually
cool.
nerfed him? I didn't know
Basically,
that.
having a homing attack is always nice, but there's a better strategy. I'm not a big fan of the homing thistle, and I'm putting it in C tier.
I'll put him a bit higher than that. I think he is quite a good support plant.
I mean, come on. If you hate the Guacodile, you need therapy. Who hurt you? Guacodile has a pretty slow shot from far away, but he lunges as soon as the zombie gets close. He isn't good enough. I want to say S and A
But now the
tier,
rush
alright?
counts as losing a plant,
Trust me,
then
he's
oh,
like
A
a
tier,
demon
okay.
power. I
Now the rush
understand.
counts as using a plant, yeah, I don't exactly use them much.
Banana Launcher is our spiritual successor to the Corn Cob from the first game. Its power is
Corn
kind of the
cob,
same,
cob cannon,
although I'm
mate.
guessing that Banana is a lot weaker. Okay, everybody, stop! Wait for it. Sorry,
Ah.
we could not move further without
That's
hearing
fair
from
enough.
the banana launch. The design here is pretty funny. They literally put a dumb face on a banana and called it quits. But this time the laziness actually kind of paid off, because I do like it.
The
I've never
laziness
felt like
pays
the
off.
banana launcher
doesn't
has
it?
been worth its 400 cent cost, however. Unless you can afford a group of them, it feels like you're wasting your time. And I'm slow in the brain, so I forget to keep track of when he's reloaded. Anything else to add? Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, I will
B
say that
tier.
about him. It's kind of hard to see that visually. Although Mistletoe's a lot worse for that. Also,
I
like,
decided
Face
to start
demonstrating
the
Big
premium
Wave Beach
section
probably
by
says a lot
bringing
about
in a
them.
mint.
Oh, mints,
Mints
here
are
we
new
go.
concept that were added after the adventure mode.
Yeah, we don't need to go
Next,
over
after we
that
take a
too
look at the Enlightenment. I truthfully just chose a random one to start with, and the Enlightenment mostly has plants that generate sun. Wow.
And yeah,
great
you picked the
job.
last one
You
added
picked
to the
most
game.
exciting group of plants in the game. Good. Enlightenment is great. I had fun using it to help my main
Yeah,
child
and
grasp
I've
what I
never
did
liked
earlier.
Enlightenment.
But wasting a spot to
He doesn't
generate more
last
sun
long enough on the
is
lawn,
probably
and his
just one
individual
perspective
powers are really
Don't try
crap,
to
just
enlighten
produce a
me,
bit of
stupid
sun. It's only
nerd.
really good if you use it to
Guts.
grow some
C
shrooms.
tier.
Okay, C
Now we
tier
can
after
get to
all of
the
that.
real fun part of the video. Let's look at some of the kooky premium plants I've unlocked over the months of watching ads in preparation for this video. First up is none other than the Kiwi Beast. Kiwi Beast gets his full evolution line in just one plant. He starts out small, and the more a zombie attacks him, the bigger he grows. At the end, he's super strong, but then he kind of just gets eaten. Why not make a fourth form where he's huge and more beastly than ever? Missed opportunity.
No, I think his plant food is
I love
quite
him,
good, but
he's
other than that,
definitely
yeah,
a C
he's...
tier.
I'd probably put him in D, to be
Before I
honest.
even unlocked, she's way stronger.
Yeah.
She slows each zombie she hits, and she even has long-range spikes. making
Yeah,
her the
Poker is
brand new best
possibly
friend
the
you
most
can use
busted
in probably
plant in the
every
whole
scenario
game.
the game has to offer. She's
Should
great
be
with
S for an
bosses,
object standpoint,
with
F if you
zombies,
think
and
by
she's
virtue of the fact
already
she ruins the game.
gargantuan. What sucks is it's probably one of my least favorite designs in the whole game. Like,
Yeah,
it's
design
unbearable,
is
but I
quite
simply
crap.
don't like it. I won't keep her at a best though. Just know if she's lucky, she's crazy good. Yeah, Spartan?
Okay, you must have
Oh,
just
yeah,
played the game
absolutely
recently to get this
freaking
thing,
none.
because
I guess I just wanted
guy's
to make a
new.
Spartan and didn't know what else to do for Bamboo. He's another close range guy, but the spear is.
there
a
is
bit
kind of no
longer than
reason for him
others.
to be in the
He also
game, though.
has- though I doubt
We've got
people
Bong
use it
Choi,
on
what's happy
hardcore.
where
If
Parsnip
you think
exists
about
as
it,
well.
You really want him to get hurt so you can deal more damage, but there's not a decent way to just do that. He inherently starts off weak, which is sort of.
Wait, did he actually do more
impractical.
damage? Just goes on.
He's still a great
Didn't know
plant,
that.
and I'm happy to put him in A tier. Another plant that costs free 99. I'm guessing it's great, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's pretty good, but of
Wait,
course.
Solar
there's a
Stage isn't
purpose.
premium.
This plant technically
Or we're
generates
talking
sun
about seed
and turns
packets.
one zombie into an enlightened zombie, otherwise known as a Catholic. Am I right, fellas? Zombies
I don't
might
know
be
what it is about
wild or
enlightenment, because I've
something,
never
but
really
some
gotten
zombies are
this
just
plant.
too woken. At least I hate religion. Yeah.
Yeah,
D
usually
tier.
I'm crazy for the plants to like summon minions for you, but I've never been a fan of. Okay, D is a bit low though, based on
Impair
power.
might be in the running for the best plant in this game. We
Eh,
can start off
say
with the easy
Poke was
part,
better, but
the
yeah,
design. He looks
Impair
very
is
funny
easy-
and
an easy
deranged,
yes.
which is basically, remember when I said the squash looked like Mike from Breaking Bad? Well, I
No,
was
I don't, 'cause I
wrong.
didn't watch that
Puffball
video.
is a reincarnation of Mike.
Yeah,
having sex with you right now, Walter.
yeah, the ugliest plants in the game.
Alright, Puffball, you can have
Except
sex with
most of the
Walter
new
later.
ones.
You gotta poison the... I questioned how this thing was a plant, but these things are actually real. I
Yeah.
corrected PopCap, and I'm sorry I ever doubted you. If you're dealing with huge
I was
zombies,
also surprised
the puffball
about
can
finding
really
that
deal some
too.
damage. The puffball is great. Mike died tragically young, so let's give him a pity A tier.
Yeah, I've always thought Goopy Shoot was far better.
Firevine shoots fire at the ground in front of it, dealing constant damage to the zombie on its way there.
Pyvine is basically
if
just
you're
like a
looking for
weak
way to make
jack-o'-lantern,
it
although it like
overpowered,
never
we just
runs
freaking
out.
Found it. I really like him, but I don't know if he's S or even A for that matter. If only there was someone out there who could help me.
Hi everybody, I'm making a cameo appearance to eat this plant from the ever iconic series Plants vs. Zombies.
Not VTuber moment.
Can you not eat the plant?
Wow, my vital organs are in a lot of pain.
No offense, I'm skipping over this.
Its main problem
Once
is that
again,
you
like
only
we've got a
produce
million
sun
other
from
better
training
sun
zombies.
producers.
And if you actually level up your plants and make it too strong, it won't produce much sun. You can permanently ruin this plant. Isn't
Oh,
that crazy?
really?
There's no going back. I hate this plant. So let's do something crazy and end our list with one last F tier. What I was bad at
There's still
Plants
3
vs.
minutes
Zombies
left of
before
this.
is probably infinite at this point. So here I am putting the sunbeam.
You know
in
what
F
hasn't
tier,
occurred to me
while
that he
some
ended
pros
in
claim
Bondi
the
plants for
Beagle
quite a few
File
of the
loadout
later
are proving me
ones.
wrong.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm guessing he's not completed past Big Wave Beach yet. Okay, so yeah, let's go over this one quick. Thing is, a lot of them are like outclass ones that he hasn't even ranked, so you can't even tell where he'd put them. Like obviously Fume Shroom was basically just a better lightning weed, but he's been excluded because he's on PVZ 1. Yeah, I think only Poker and Impair belong in S tier, the rest are at least a tier lower. I think Pyrevine would be probably a high B. I'll probably put Sundew Tangle a bit higher than F, but yeah, the 2 beans can stay there. Kiwi Beast should drop down I think alignment's fair enough. Homing should go up. Magfung should definitely go up. And coconut can as well. Laser bean, we've been through that. So overall, what I think it's a decent list. I think you should just wait to play the whole game though first, you know. It should be like all adventure plants or all premium plants, like all Gemium plants, not like a combination of them both. So regardless, I've been Golden Ninja Vlogspot. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and also check out my music channel where I post the unsickest of tunes. So check out another video in this end screen. Please leave a like on this video, and I'll see you soon.